what's going on? This is Jordan Nevels, and welcome to Nevels Fitness. We've taken about a 5-year hiatus from producing content, and I wanted to let you know that we are back, and we are going to be hitting it harder than ever. Just because we took a break from content doesn't mean we took a break in life. The Lord has been abundantly blessing me in my life, and as you can see from where we stand right now, this is my very own first gym location. And as you see, this place not only glorifies the Lord in everything that we do, in every wall, and every verse, and every scripture, but it also is edifying and really pushing the next generation of young athletes, as you'll see soon. So in the last 5 years, we've been blessed to establish ourselves as one of the leaders in premier sports performance training. We've helped hundreds and hundreds of athletes get Division I scholarships and be able to go to school, get NIL deals, and that's primarily what Nevels has been known for the past few years. So this place here, phenomenal for everything athletic-wise, but I wanted to dive back into my personal passion, which is fitness. So we built out one of the best gyms possible for fitness and working out and bodybuilding training, as well as sports performance. But not only that, there's so many other amazing projects that we've been working on that we're about to announce, and all of this is just coming together at the perfect time. So we only have about 45 minutes before my first class comes in today. So I want to dive into a quick little upper body pump. I want to show you some of the unique pieces of equipment that we got in the basement for that. So without further ado, man, let's just jump in and get it. We're going to start out our first exercise on chest today, the old school trusted barbell incline. If you reference some of the older videos that we did, I broke down a tutorial of how to do the incline to get the max benefit out of it. Of course, everybody's done incline before, but the little tidbits and the little different parts of your technique make all the world of difference when it comes to activating the muscle and getting gains. So I'll start here. I'll always build up. So never jump in with heavy weight, always build up. Remember, incline here, you're gonna see my technique. I take it down, 1, 2, 3 second pause, squeeze, hold, contract, and then lift through the muscle, right? One reason I love these benches that we got in here, we got all Atlantis benches, because they got the bench brake on here. So basically, without having to reach back over your head and unrack it, you'll see the bench comes forward and allows you just to lift straight up and not have to reach behind your head. So it puts your body in a much better advantageous position and allows you just to unrack safe and get right into the lift. Always controlling the weight. Trying to keep the tension on the targeted muscle, which is the chest. Slow it down, squeeze, contract. So rep range, you'll see the heavier weight that I go up, this is just my personal opinion and personal way that I work out that I've got results from. The heavier I go, the slower I take the weight. So I make sure that I control the weight. One, because I want, again, targeted muscle, but two, I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to get injured. I'm almost 40, so right now it's all about longevity, feeling good and looking good, but still being able to build muscle and have a good aesthetic physique. So the higher weight we get, the slower I slow it down, the more I focus on squeezing and contracting the muscle. Rep range, how many should you do? For me, I always take each set just to muscular failure, and then if I got a spotter, I'll try to get a couple more reps just so I can continue to get that progressive overload stimulus when it comes to the intensity and the static contraction in the chest. Now, as you can see, this bar is thicker than a normal bar. I prefer this bar. I use this, the different deadlift, squat bars. I use this bar for bench because it's heavier. It's a 55-pound bar. I know that in my mind, but I still try to do the same weight as I would with a 45-pound bar if I were at a different gym that's not my own. So this is just a sneaky little way to add more weight into your sets without having to add actual plates onto the bar. So it's just a little mental trick to be able to get yourself a little bit stronger by not calculating the weight of the bar and just calculate the plates and when you add them on. So the next piece we're gonna hit is gonna be the flex, I should say the legendary flex leverage incline. If you look on the used market, this piece is going for $10,000 to $12,000. That's how incredible this machine is, but it speaks to how rare the machine is as well. So if you kept up with Chris Bumstead on his Olympia title run, you'll see that he had the flex leverage incline, in some of his home videos, some of the gyms that he was working out. This machine's phenomenal, lights up the chest. I like to put this in after I do barbell, but you don't need much weight on this at all. I always leave my ego in the car, but if you don't, this thing will humble you super fast, all right? It's crazy heavy, but it gives a great stimulus and a great pump. So we'll jump in and do the same type of reps on the flex incline. All right, baby, let's add a little bit more. Let's go up a little bit. As I said, you don't need a lot of weight on this. As I'm starting to warm up, you'll see I'll start to strip down a little bit. And the t-shirt, man. So you'll see this. This is one of the slogans that my athletes came up with. So you'll see it in future videos, how we specialize in athlete performance training, helping these athletes get to the next level, get Division 1, 2, 3 scholarships, help them get NIL deals. And they believe strongly in what we do here and the results that God has blessed us with. So they came up with this slogan. Last name is obviously Nevels. They said, hey man, there's Nevels to this. So that's the slogan that we use. You'll see it all around the gym. So that's one that they came up with that I decided to run with and put on our t-shirt. So on the back, you'll see my personal logo slogan, pray and work, baby. That's what it's all about. Keep God first, but faith without works is dead. So you got to work, all right? Don't forget the work piece. So that's what we're in here doing today, man. Getting it in, but always keep prayer and Jesus number one. Everything else will follow, man. Let's get it. So next, we've already hit the incline, so we got that chest going and the upper fibers. Now we're gonna go to a straight flat press movement. So I had this piece customized from my boy Art out there in California. So this is a 1-of-1. I wanted a standing press where I could be in an upright position, but as you know, all the ones out come straight here. None of them converge. So I had this custom built for me so that it can stand and converge in to be able to get that peak contraction on the chest. So this is probably the #1 favorite chest machine out of all of my athletes. They love the feel of this, they love the pump that they get, and they love just being in that upright position, being ready to strike like you would in a sport. So that's what we're gonna hit next for our upright flat chest position press. As you can see, the peak contraction, anytime the hands can converge where they touch, you're gonna get a peak contraction on the chest. I stand straight up, I don't lean back into the pad, so my core is engaged. But it allows me to get full range of motion to really touch the hands and get the chest to squeeze, contract. Now, obviously you're not gonna have this machine at your gym because it's a 1-of-1, but this same workout will work on any flat chest press, whether you do a machine, dumbbell, or barbell, same exact thing will work, right? So just put it in the same order that I follow for my workout if you wanna try what I'm doing, but you don't need the actual machine to make it work and get the same results. So the last chest movement we're gonna go into is the stride chest press. So prime burnout strive. So if you see prime machines, incredible machines, probably some of the best on the market. It allows you to change the resistance profile by just moving the handle. So here I have it set on number 3 resistance. That's my favorite one, but it allows you to have so much customization as you go through the sets, and as you start to get tired, you can adjust that and it'll change that strength curve. So that's what makes Strive and Prime so phenomenal. But this is one of the best chest presses on the market because of the hand placement and the angle, which allows you to get kind of a close grip and almost get, you'll see here with the angle. So now that the chest is done and wiped, we'll finish out by polishing up with some triceps, all right? So the MedX tricep machine is probably my favorite isolated tricep movement, and you'll see why. It just locks you in, allows you to just focus on nothing but contracting the tricep. So you'll see the setup here. I like to go, I'll put it on level 3. So level 3 right there. I'm about 5'11", 5'10", somewhere in there. So this sits perfectly. So you want your elbows to be seated, pull the pad down, locks your shoulders in place so you can't use any other muscles. You just contract, squeeze, flex, control up, elbows touch, flex. So it blows the triceps up, allows you to get max tricep. About to hit this last set of triceps. You may not be able to hear the audio, but I hear my kids. They're up there warming up, so they're going through their warm up right now. So as I'm finishing my workout, they're about to get theirs started. So we'll go up there and get them running here in a few minutes. And we'll dive into that a lot more in future videos so you can get to know some of our athletes and see some of the great things that the Lord is doing through Nevels in the athletic space. Let's go ahead and get this last one in. All right, man, our finisher today, always like to do something athletic. This power trainer is one of the best machines ever made for sports, but it's also just a great machine to get a cool upper body pump at the end and be explosive. So I'm gonna finish with this. I just do a burnout set. One set, as many reps as I can do. Then I gotta get upstairs to the athletes and get them rolling. So I'll show you how we hit this. So it's a variation of a hang clean without having to use a barbell. It's a lot easier, safer on the wrist. Just allows you to be explosive, and I try to use all upper body for the most part and kind of take my legs out. There it is, baby. Woo! That'll get you out of breath. That'll get your cardio rolling. And that is it. That's how we finish workouts at Nevels Fitness in 2025. Always athletic, always do something explosive. But thank you for rejoining us as we kick back off the series. As I said, God has blessed us abundantly, and we're going to show you and share all the blessings with you that God has given us in our life. My kids are upstairs, are ready to go at it, so I'm going to go join them. But keep an eye out for nonstop content coming that's going to glorify the Lord and also help edify and grow our physical bodies as well. And we'll see you next time. All right, take care. God bless.